Denis Itumbi roasted like a chicken. Welcome back to our channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics now. Denis Itumbi was roasted like a chicken at Citizen TV during an interview when the comedian Njugush decided to roast Denis Itumbi like a chicken. The comedian, who clearly stated UDA is focused on minor issues instead of focusing on issues that can major developments on the general Kenya as a country. Let's listen to Itumbi being roasted by Njugush.
Yes. You're a well-known actor. You're a well-known actor.
Am I? I think what I'd say is what we're having is a government of major minor.
Of major?
Minor. We are majoring in minor issues. What we are discussing, we wouldn't be discussing. We are not supposed to be discussing what we are discussing now because that's a minor issue. We've always done that. We had Shackles of Doom, same culprit.
Same play right here.
Same culprit, yeah. So we had that, and we've always had that because again, art is the mirror of the society. Kioo cha jamii. So whatever we are talking about, it's something that we have. I'll take you back to Kifo Kisimani, where we are talking about Mtemi Bokono. Tunaweza sema in this case Bonoko. Mtemi Bonoko ana expect kuimbiwa nyimbo za sifa. There is a Batu who is the advisor to the Mtemi. Mtemi is the sultan in this case. Batu tells him watu wako na wewe. Then they go to the meeting, they realize people are not coming. They were told to wait in Mingamiwili so that they come as a group. Why are not people coming? They are saying hatukubalishi kunywa maji kwa kisima. Is it something that we can attest to now? In the same book, there is somewhere Askari 1 and 2. One Askari is for the people, the other is not for the people. The Askari 2 who is not for the people, ask who are those coming? Askari 1 says, ni bibi yako anakuja kuimbia nyimbo za mapenzi. So this is what they are learning in school. So first of all, this is not politics. It's what they are learning in class. Kitabu cha tamthilia. That's what they are doing. And it's examinable by the Kenya National Examination Council. Now, that is what they are learning. Outside, as he said, there are kids who went, maybe in some time, they were at Yagas somewhere in Langata. They were told, now, we are going to give you laptops. They never saw them. Now they're in high school. They are 3 years away, because at most, I think they are 15, 16, 17. So in 3 years' time, the time now we are saying 2027, Kumbi Bila break, is when these kids are ready to vote. So they might know a thing or two. And we are seeing, now I have a problem with what we are saying about TSC compliant teachers. Now tell me, do we also get watchmen who are TSC compliant? We have the non-teaching staff in school, and there is a reason why we have TSC. The other day, they were short in numbers of teachers. So, if they are short in numbers of teachers, when it comes to drama and other co-curricular activity, we're talking about football, don't you think it's also fair these guys take what they are doing? Because now what we are doing is we are realizing just now that we have pedophiles in those teachers, which is wrong. And as we are going through that route, what happens to the young arts, the young sportsmen and women who this country, every time they are running, we are behind them, and it starts at the secondary school, so to speak. So my problem is first with the verification of the drama teachers as a group. 2, I fear for these people, whoever it is, because we are saying watoto wanatumiwa vibaya. Then basi huyu mtu akona nguvu, because watoto wanatumiwa vibaya, kidogo journalists wanatumiwa vibaya. Si tuliona wakizima kamera, you wonder why a whole professor of law will say zima kamera kwani anaoga nje. Aya 2, let me finish. Every time the doctors wanatumiwa vibaya. The other day the clergy inatumiwa vibaya, kwani kila mtu anatumiwa vibaya. So in my own opinion, I feel it was really unfair to go to that extent where you're even bringing friendly policemen to come and deal with school children. For me, well, we have other issues in Baringo. Every time we have security issues, kids are doing boarding, not by kupenda, it's just because we don't have security. So they're in boarding school, in day school, because of lack of security. The other contingent, iko Haiti. I don't want to go there. But I feel we are majoring in minor issues. Like, for example, as he said about the Grammys, why do we need the Grammys? First of all, the arts we have, we live from mouth, is it hand to mouth?
Hand to mouth.
Yeah, from one gig to the other. Before we go to the Grammys, we live from. So we are majoring in minor. Those are minor issues. Can we focus on the issues at hand? When we're talking about TSC compliance, is it CBC compliance? Some schools don't even have desks, and we're talking about we need teachers who are TSC.
We don't even have
and the
classes
TSC,
in some places.
yeah, and the TSC letter.
So those stories in Baringo, eh?
Yeah.
You saw the guy taking us through Baringo. Give us some final thoughts going forward.
Okay, to me, first of all, I take my words to the fourth estate, the media itself. Maybe I believe sometime you should remove the cameras away from these guys. Because
from these politicians?
Yes.
Yeah, because the more you put it on them, the more they become famous, the more they enjoy what they are doing. So if you start, maybe if you take away the audience they have, we might have a nation where people are working to do work, not to be famous. Then another thing, at Itumbi, at least you have seen how defending some things is very hard, you know. And one day, maybe if you see it, you grow old, I think you might watch yourself in a TV and be like, wow, was this me? So before somebody's a politician, somebody's a human being. Yeah, so these are just masks everyone is wearing here, but when you go home now, you remind yourself of who you are.
We also had Krezy Kennah trying to roast Itumbi, telling him about the cameras and not to focus on politicians. Let us listen to Cleophas Malala. Remember, he was also part of that interview and he did go slow on Itumbi.
Cleophas Malala.
I will sum up by saying, as I take Itumbi's apology, I invite him to invite his boss to do a fatherly act. Because let it not end at apologizing, because what he's doing is basically what the Englishmen call verbose hemorrhage. Just using your verbal cavity to express yourself, and it ends at that. I would like William Ruto to do the fatherly act of inviting Butere Girls High School, having a talk to them, having closure with them. Thereafter, let those girls be allowed to film their play in their original form and upload it on YouTube for history purposes. We cannot remain silent when the rights of the girls, of Butere girls, have been infringed. We want, after the apology, let them now walk the talk, so that we believe that whatever Itumbi was saying was the truth and not a lie.
Denis Itumbi.
Well, Denis Itumbi was a one-man army against Cleophas Malala, Krezy Kennah, and Njugush, who weighed down on him with attacks over his support for the ongoing government. The truth always hurts. When they throw a bomb of the truth, let it sink in. Probably he thought the content creators are going to defend President William Ruto. That's not the case. These days, everybody is against President William Ruto and his regime. The content creators were also lied to by President William Ruto, so they were definitely coming out to support themselves against the lies of the government. Itumbi was badly embarrassed, frustrated, you know. For his support of the government, he really had nothing to say, left with no words. It's difficult to understand how President William Ruto runs his government. Politics is always a game where one can benefit, so definitely he has to use some few people for them to actually get benefits in return. What do you think? Did they put Itumbi in his place for supporting President William Ruto and his regime? Leave your views on our comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Real News Updates Media, the channel where you get all your trending politics. JD Ishmaels.